In my opinion, this movie is very good. In my opinion, coffee is better than tea. In my opinion, Taiwanese food is delicious. Do you do this too? Do you use in my opinion for everything? Let me be honest with you. Native speakers almost never talk like this. I know you're probably thinking, wait, what? But my teacher taught me this. And you're not wrong. But here's the thing. There's a huge difference between writing English and speaking English. And if you keep using in my opinion in casual conversations, you might sound a little unnatural. So today, on Lady Show English, I'm going to show you exactly when to use in my opinion, when to use I think, and how native speakers really express their opinions in everyday life. Trust me, this is going to change everything. Let me ask you something. Have you been using in my opinion since middle school? Like, your English teacher told you, this is how you express your opinion formally? And then you started thinking, if I just say I think, it sounds too simple, right? It sounds like a beginner. So you keep using in my opinion everywhere. In conversations. In presentations. Even when you're just chatting with friends. Here's the problem. The problem is not that in my opinion is wrong. The problem is that you're using it in spoken English all the time. It's like wearing a suit to the beach. There's nothing wrong with a suit. It's professional, it looks great. But if you wear it to the beach, people are going to look at you and think, what are you doing? So let me show you where this phrase actually belongs. Because once you understand this, your English is going to sound so much more natural. Okay, so first things first. In my opinion is correct. But it belongs in specific situations. Think about it this way. When do you wear formal clothes? Job interviews, business meetings, important presentations, right? Same thing with in my opinion. You use in my opinion when you're writing an essay. For example, in my opinion, online education has both advantages and disadvantages. See? That's perfect for an academic paper. You also use it in formal speeches or debates. Imagine you're giving a presentation at a conference. In my opinion, companies should invest more in employee training. Totally appropriate. Very professional. Or in academic discussions, in my opinion, this research method is more reliable than the previous one. Again, perfect. So here's the punchline. In my opinion is like a business suit. You wear it to important, formal occasions. You don't wear it to grab coffee with friends. But wait. What about when you're just chatting? What do native speakers actually say? That's where things get interesting. Alright, now let's talk about real life. When you're hanging out with friends, having lunch, texting, what do people actually say? They say I think. Super simple, right? Let me give you some examples. Imagine you're at a cafe with a friend. Your friend asks, should we watch this new movie tonight? You say, I think it looks pretty good. Let's watch it. Or your friend asks, do you want pizza or burgers? You say, I think pizza sounds better today. See how natural that is? No one says, in my opinion, pizza sounds better today. That would be so weird. Or imagine you're chatting with a coworker. They ask, do you think this project will work? You say, I think we need more time, but yeah, it could work. Again, super casual. Supernatural. Here's another one. To me is also great for casual conversations. It's a bit softer, a bit more personal. Like, to me, this coffee tastes a little too bitter. Or, to me, learning English is easier when you watch movies. Think of I think and to me as your everyday clothes. Comfortable, easy, perfect for normal situations. You don't need to dress up just to go to the supermarket, right? But here's where it gets even more interesting. Let me show you a real comparison, and you tell me which one sounds more natural. Okay, I want you to listen carefully. I'm going to say 2 sentences, and I want you to think about which one sounds more natural in a casual conversation. Sentence A: in my opinion, this restaurant is too expensive. Sentence B: I think this restaurant is too expensive. Which one would you say to a friend? Be honest. If you chose B, you're absolutely right. Sentence B sounds way more natural in everyday conversation. Let's try another one. Imagine you're talking about your weekend plans. Sentence A: in my opinion, we should leave early to avoid traffic. Sentence B: I think we should leave early to avoid traffic. Again, B sounds much more natural, right? Okay, one more. You're talking about a TV show. Sentence A: in my opinion, the ending was disappointing. Sentence B: I think the ending was disappointing. Or even simpler, sentence C: to me, the ending was disappointing. See? Both B and C sound totally normal. But A? It sounds like you're giving a formal review for a newspaper. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, so I should always use I think in conversations. Got it. But wait. There's actually more you can do to sound even more natural. Let me show you. So you know I think and to me now. But native speakers also use a few other phrases to express opinions, and they're super useful. First one, I feel like. This is really common in casual conversations. It's a bit softer, a bit more tentative. For example, I feel like this movie is a bit too long. Or I feel like we should take a break. It's perfect when you're not 100% sure, or when you want to sound less direct. Second one, personally, I think. This one is great when you want to emphasize that it's your personal view, especially if other people might disagree. Like, personally, I think working from home is more productive. Or personally, I think summer is better than winter. It's still casual, but it adds a little bit of emphasis. Third one, from my perspective. Now, this one is a bit more formal, but not as formal as in my opinion. You can use it in work situations or when you're discussing something more serious. For example, from my perspective, this strategy makes sense. Or, from my perspective, we need to focus on quality, not quantity. So now you have options. You can choose based on the situation, how formal you want to be, and how strong your opinion is. But here's the key, in everyday conversations, stick with I think, to me, or I feel like. Save in my opinion for essays, presentations, and formal discussions. Alright, quick recap. Use in my opinion for formal situations like essays or presentations. Use I think, to me, or I feel like in casual conversations. Right phrase, right situation, that's what makes you sound smart and natural. Here on Lady Show English, I share tips to help you speak English naturally. Try using I think in casual chats and in my opinion when writing or presenting. Thanks for watching. If this helped, drop a comment and stick around for more tips in the next video.